Okay, this video is going to go over basic laboratory equipment. So you should have the sheet that says Lab Equipment ID, and as we go through this, you should be writing the names next to the picture. So the first thing we have here is a test tube in a test tube rack. The test tubes are located in the back cabinet that has the water glass on it, and the test tube racks are down below underneath at your lab stations. Next to that is a laboratory burner, sometimes referred to as a Bunsen burner, that is also located in the bottom of the lab tables. We use a gas collection tube in order to go through, or just a rubber pipe, whatever you want to call it. That is what we use to connect from the gas outlet to the burner. This is an evaporating dish. An evaporating dish is used to evaporate water, so we heat things in it. This is a mortar and pestle. You might have one in your kitchen, but this is the pestle, this is the mortar, and we use it to grind things, so we grind things up in this. Here we have a ring stand with an iron ring on it, so we can set things on top of here in order to heat, and this has a thumb screw right here that allows it to be adjusted. Sometimes we use this, which is a wire gauze, and we put it on top of the ring, and we can set things on there to heat. This is a wash bottle, so we put water in here and we can use it to help clean things. This is not a squirt gun. This is something we may or may not use. This is called a crucible and a cover. So it's just a little ceramic dish with a lid that goes on top. Next we have glassware. This is a glass plate, and this is a watch glass. So this can be set on top of a beaker as a lid, and it allows some of the steam to escape. Next to this we have two different flasks. One is called an Erlenmeyer flask, and one is a Florence flask. So this one looks like a triangle. That is an Erlenmeyer flask. The one that is rounded is called a Florence flask. We have a funnel. We have a beaker, and these come in all different sizes from about 50 to 1,000 milliliters. This is a 250 milliliter beaker. Next to that, we have a graduated cylinder. What that means is there are little marks on here. You can see numbers. Those are called graduation marks. So that's why this is called a graduated cylinder. And we have different sizes. We have glass ones that go from 10 to 100, and then we have plastic ones also. This is just a glass bottle. Sometimes they're referred to as gas collection bottles. Next to that, we have a brush. These are crucible tongs, so they're used to pick up varying things. Try not to pick up anything too heavy because it might slip out and break. This is what we use to get chemicals out of containers. This is a scoop. These we know commonly as tweezers, but these are called forceps in a lab. This is called a pinch clamp. We use this on rubber tubing in order to stop the flow of something, and then you simply just take these and pinch them apart, put the tube through there, let it go, and it clamps it shut. If we want to open something, all we have to do is press this down. These are test tube holders. So with this, all you do is put this around the test tube and you can hold it. We have a triangular file. We will use that this year. A dropper and a stirring rod. Stirring rods can either be glass or plastic. So you should be able to fill out everything now on your list. So let's look over here. Next to the eye wash, we have this cabinet, and in this cabinet is all of our glassware. So you can see how nice and neat everything is. There are no labels here, so you have to know here are all the different sizes of beakers, test tubes, more graduated cylinders, flasks, and then we have specialty glassware on the bottom, including some plastic beakers. The one next to it that has the test tube poster has all of our hardware. So we have some specialty items in here that we may or may not use, and we'll go over there as we go through. But notice how everything is in little containers. we want to keep it like that. So everything should be nice and neat and dry when we put it away. That's it for this video. I will put up a answer key for the lab equipment ID, but you should be able to write down all your answers.